business. Oh my.
So much. Thank you. Thank you, Judy and Dennis. They're just the best, aren't they? They're wonderful. And Dr. Vinnie Pompey, I love him. And thank you all for being here. I appreciate this very much. And I thought I'd thank you by sharing a couple of very short stories about Ellen. And some of them nobody knows. Ellen finished high school in East Texas, where I was living at the time. And the day after she finished high school, she went back to New Orleans, which was home for all of us. And she tried college for a few months, but that wasn't her thing. And she had a string of jobs. And one of them was at a law firm. She was a gopher. She just did anything they needed to have done, or errands or whatever. And there was a young woman who answered the telephones there, and her name was Cindy Brantley. And when she went to lunch or was away from her desk, Ellen answered the phones. So Ellen sent me a letter, and it was on stationery that said, "From the desk of Cindy Brantley." And she said, "Dear Mother, I got to thinking, hey, I've got time. I'm sitting at the phones. I ought to write my mother a letter." So she wrote a big letter P on the whole page. And she said, "There, I feel much better now. I love you, Ellen Lee or Cindy." I have this framed in my kitchen. And a friend saw this recently, and he said, "Do you know how much this would bring at auction?" It's not going to auction, it's staying in my kitchen. And then one day, Ellen was walking in the French Quarter, and she passed a building that was being renovated with a sign out front that said it would be Clyde's Comedy Corner. And so she went in, they had workmen there, and Clyde happened to be there. So she introduced herself, and she told him that she would like to be his MC and introduce the comedians appearing there. So he hired her. Smart man. But that was just one of many little steps. Then we fast forward to where she has built up her career and had a very successful sitcom. And when she came out on her sitcom and in real life, first the sitcom lost sponsors, and then she lost her sitcom. So then she had to build her career up all over again, which she did. And then someone asked her if she would like to have a talk show. And she did. And you know how shows come and go on TV. So I went every day to that show. I wasn't going to miss a day. But then after 2, 3, 4 years, well, all right, I'll go a couple of times a week. But I still tape it every day and watch it, whether I'm home or there. So now, 15 years, the 15th season is almost over, 16 coming up. It's unbelievable. So now just about everybody knows who Ellen is. It can be overwhelming. I asked her recently if she wanted to go to the mall with me, and she said, "I can't go to the mall. It would just be out of control with crowds and can be overwhelming." Being recognized can also be very good. Ellen and Portia were driving 2 or 3 weeks ago from Los Angeles up the freeway to their house near Santa Barbara. And Ellen's car has a very powerful engine, and Ellen has a lead foot. Not a good combination. And she told me she tries to watch for police cars and slow down. But this one sneaked up behind her, And she said she looked in her rearview mirror, and there was the police car and lights flashing. So she pulled over, and he pulled right behind her. And she's putting her window down as he's walking up to her car, and he's saying, "Do you know how fast you were? Oh my God, I love you so much." So that was good. Not only that, but his wife loves her so much too. So I guess they chatted a bit, and I don't know if he told her he couldn't give her a ticket either before or after she happened to mention to him that that day, Friday, January 26th, was her birthday, really. So anyway, never a dull moment. I'm very, very grateful for her and all the wonderful things she has done, and she'll be very proud of this, and thank you so much. Thanks.